There you
Okay,
are.
now we see each other.
Yay, technology.
I don't know nothing about this stuff for real.
You are here, and we have 7 viewers right now, so we will get started in just a few seconds.
Okay. Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Got a 5-year-old.
Huh?
I said 5-year-old alert.
Oh. So yes, everybody that's joining us, welcome. We're about to get started. We do have another special guest, 5-year-old, that may make a few guest appearances. And I see Christine's just joined us. Hi, Christine. And yes, so she is in the process of losing her first tooth. Did it come out last night? Oh, it did.
Today at school, yes.
She lost a tooth. Yay!
Yeah. At school. And she literally lost her tooth because we don't have a tooth to give to the tooth fairy.
Okay. So that's okay. The tooth fairy can still find you. So we are at 7:30. We're going to start. Hi.
Okay, go play. Remember? Okay.
Aww.
All right, we can start.
Yes. So welcome everybody that's joining us. I am live talking about the movie that is coming out tomorrow, Coming to America. Now, I thought it was Coming to America 2, but they have like the 2 in it, so it's Coming to America, the title. So I learned something.
Play on words. Marketing is a great thing.
Yep. So I kept saying it wrong, but it's the second installment. It's the sequel to Coming to America that came out. Was that in the 90s that came out? Probably, yes. We will say that.
I think so.
Yeah, so we are all excited about that, and I am here with Shavon Gihan, and this is probably like one of the first times that somebody said your last name right when announcing you.
Oh, somebody said 1988.
1988. Wow. Thanks, Christine. So it was even later than that. But yes, so we have the same last name. So this is my cousin Shavon, and she was a costumer on Coming to America. So if you can tell everybody, first off, I guess just starting out, what is a costumer?
Okay, so a costumer is someone, so in a wardrobe department on a movie, you have the designer as the head person. And the designer is the person that picks out the clothes for the actors to wear. The clothes help tell the story as far as they read the script, they break it down, and they come up with like, oh, this person will wake up in the middle of the night, they need to have a robe. So they like literally pick out everything the person wears. So my job, what I do is I work up under the designer. Once the designer and the actor come together on what they feel is right for each scene of the movie, they bring the clothes to me. And my job is to prep the clothes for camera. What we call is prepare the clothes for camera. Okay. So I would literally steam the clothes, iron the clothes, get undergarments for the clothes, socks, shoes, everything ready as far as the designer wanted it, and take it over to the actor. So I'm like the middleman between the designer and the actor. That's what a costumer is. And then I go to set with the actor and maintain the look that the designer wants, because the designer has to move on to the next actor, and the next and the next, and they have to deal with their shoppers who go out and buy stuff, and they have to deal with tailors. So my job is to maintain the look that they put on the actor.
Okay. And so I imagine that could be challenging sometimes to maintain.
It can. It really can. We have accidents like in real life. The good thing is none of it is live. So I work on a film set where we don't have to, like in plays, they have to be on stage at a certain time. Me, I could say, y'all need to wait a minute. Give me a second. Give me a second. They don't like to wait, but if you got to wait, you got to wait. So accidents happen as far as a person may be eating French fries or anything, and then they get ketchup on their clothes right in the middle of filming. Accidents, just accidents, period, happen, and it's my job to make things back camera ready in a split second. I mean, holes. I cut holes sometimes, and then I repair holes.
Oh, wow.
So,
Yeah.
so both are necessary a lot of times. But I have to always think fast, and it comes from experience, from thinking fast on what to do on a film set during accidents.
Mm-hmm. And you just made me think of that because you said that you've had to cut holes and then repair them. But then, do they ever? I guess is there ever a time when something is filmed out of sequence? So right.
Oh yes.
And then you have to like repair what you've torn apart to make it to be like, let's take it back.
So the trick is like we buy multiples.
Mm-hmm.
So you never buy one really, especially if the actor is going to wear it for a long period of time. Like say they wear it all day, the whole movie happens in one day. Then we probably have 5 of those shirts. So we're probably going to, because the movie shoots out of sequence. There's not one thing that shoots in order of the movie. They shoot what's available. They have to have sets available. They have to have people available. So everything goes on a schedule. So they shoot what they can in whatever sequence. And so say I've had instances where I had to shoot a person out of the pool before they actually got in the pool. So, that's a whole thing that I have to shoot the clothes wet, then we shoot them dry. So things never happen in sequence, but we try to buy multiples all the time. But if not, then it goes to get repaired.
Yeah.
And we try it again.
And Christine asked if you ever have to run after people with a bleach pen.
They always ask that. Not with a bleach pen, because those don't work. It's really like, because the thing is, when you try to get a stain out, it leaves a ring. You know what I mean? And the whole garment has to be dipped. So you really have to be careful on how you treat clothes when a stain. So bleach pens, who do people really buy those things? I mean, like Tide pens and stuff. Yeah. I don't think they really work, but people like to believe they do. But no, I don't run after nobody with that. Now, I probably run after them with like an apron or a robe, like you need to put this on before you eat that. Yes, I've done that many a times.
And Michelle asked if you have multiple. So then you said like you have multiple shirts and stuff, but what if it's like a custom?
A custom piece. So you normally get warned ahead of time. Like if a designer has a custom piece, like Coming to America is full of custom pieces.
I imagine.
Full. Like they didn't make 5 African dresses. They didn't make, you know what I mean? So full of custom pieces. And literally that beforehand. Like the designer says, I only got one of these. The shopper is out now trying to find more, but you kind of know beforehand that you have one. But custom pieces, you can't, of course, duplicate, because right now I'm working on a suit that maybe cost like $100,000. They didn't make multiples. You know what I mean? Wow. So there's custom pieces that don't get made, and then that's just extra care. That's you get in this, you shoot, and you get right back out of it.
So so I guess kind of going with that too, have there been any big, I don't want to say like accidents, but challenges that you had working on this film set?
So Coming to America was very challenging. Oh my God. It's specialty costumes. Like normally, I work on shows. Now often I choose the shows that the clothes come from Target, or the clothes may come from even Neiman Marcus or somewhere, but like contemporary modern day clothes, as you will. Period stuff is really hard. So I try to not go that way, because they want to pay you the same rate to do period clothes, and that's a lot of work, because period clothes are really vintage and they tear up. So that's a lot of work. And then you only have one of those. So that's a lot of work. But on Coming to America, it was very challenging, not only because Ruth is very talented and she has a vision. Like, it's hard to figure out what was going on in her head and what she would want. When you see her put something on somebody, you like, dang, why didn't I think of that? Or that piece of fabric goes around their neck like that. Like, so it's hard to, the challenges with her was, it was hard to be a step ahead of her, because you never knew what she was going to ask for. You never knew what she was thinking, or who was she. And she likes to take a piece off somebody and give it to somebody else, and that makes things challenging sometimes. And then you looking for what the person had before, and they like, oh no, Ruth took that off me. And then, so yeah, that was a lot of the challenges we dealt with, is because it was very intricate and specialty pieces that like the necklaces sometimes broke. We dealt with, I was telling somebody today, we had magnetic earrings. Like, a lot of the Zamundans didn't have like a lot of the guys, like the guards, we had to use like these magnetic earrings on their ears. And of course those fall out like crazy. And we would run out of those, and we take them from somebody else and put them on, and like, you going on camera? All right, give me your earrings. So that was another challenge. I mean, yeah, it was all specialty pieces. So that was the biggest challenge, was it wasn't multiple.
Yeah. I'm gonna, so your camera is moving up a little. So Justin, if you can position it down or move back, just so you're, there you go.
Is that better?
Yes,
okay,
because your head was being cut off, and I was like,
oh, okay, I'm going forward.
So right here's better.
Okay.
Okay, so and so you mentioned that you worked with Ruth, and that's Ruth Carter, who also, I must give a shout out to, is a Hampton alum, and I'm a Hampton grad too. So excited for that, Hampton and HBCUs. But what was it? So I guess you said that it was kind of challenging in trying to envision what her vision was a lot of times. But what else, like, do you feel, how was it working with her? Like, do you feel like you've learned a lot? Is this your first time working with her?
So a lot of my friends have worked with her, and she actually called me. The crazy thing is, years ago, Ruth called me for Selma. She actually called me on my cell phone one time. I was at the Fox and was like, hey, can you work on this movie? It's a period movie. And I was like, no, like, I don't want to do no period movie. But she called me for Selma, and I told her I wasn't available, whatever. So all these years have passed, and all my friends worked with her. Like, people got to work on Black Panther. People got to work with, on The Butler and all those other movies she's done. And I never had a shot until then. They called me. So one of the supervisors, this is how I got the job. One of the supervisors that I worked with on Fast and Furious 7 had gotten the job on Coming to America. And usually when she comes to Atlanta, she calls me. So she's like, Shavon, I'm in town. I want you to work with me. And then she called me in. And of course, Ruth is the designer. So that's how I got Coming to America. But now I forgot your question. What would you ask me again?
What it was like working with her?
Oh, okay. So that was that. So I was kind of, everybody gets all excited. Ruth, and then she just won the Oscar, and then Black Panther was so big. And me, I'm just like, oh God, what am I getting myself into? I don't want to work. Like, how can I be small on this project? Because I kind of want to stay out her way, because she always has a lot going on. She does. I mean, it's so many people that need to get dressed. It's so many people that's out in the world shopping for her. It's people in Africa making stuff for her. It's people everywhere. So she always has a lot going on. And so I was kind of, I didn't know how to feel at first. I was like, well, I'm just going to do my regular thing, because I've been doing this for 11 years. I'm not scared at all. So I'm just like, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to work with the extras, and I'm just going to do, the protocol that we're used to. And she was very hands-on. I don't think I expected her to be so hands-on. Like, sometimes designers would send their assistants to like approve extras and send their assistants to answer questions. No, Ruth is like, I want to be there for every lineup. When the extras get dressed, I want you to line them up, and I'm gonna come. So it's like, oh my God. All right, everybody line up. Ruth is on the way. Hurry up, get dressed. Ruth, I'm gonna call you when I got them about halfway ready. So she would come in, and that's when I say she would grab one thing off one person and give it to another person. She was just so talented, and she was like, you know, this piece, can you go get it and give it to somebody? So it was very fast paced, and just carrying out what she said was exciting and fun, to say the least. Like, it was different.
And I think that, so, and you mentioned how she kind of had all the extras lined up, and that was, I think, the video that you sent me that I posted. So that's what that was, right? Having her look at all of those.
Yeah, that was the video I sent. And I noticed too, like after rewatching the video today, they will whisper like, she's the one that did Black Panther. She's the one that won the Oscar. So they even respected her, and they were happy to be working with her. And they respected the clothes a lot more because they knew that she had just won for Black Panther. So it made them proud to wear the clothes. Like sometimes you don't get a lot of respect from extras. You really don't. I mean, actors, you don't either, but extras, really, it's like, come on, guys. So yeah, but they respected her so much, and everybody was just so excited to be there that we didn't have any problems, like attitudes or anything.
That's great. And that kind of goes, so we do have a question which kind of ties into the question I was going to ask next. Just like basically what a typical workday looks like. And Michelle wanted to know if you have like wardrobe design team meetings to stay coordinated. So is that a part of the regular day?
So no, ain't no time for no meetings. When we shooting, we shooting. The most you gonna get is a text message and a picture.
Oh wow.
So actors do have fittings, what they call fittings, where they come in, like they may land and they go right into a fitting with the designer. The designer had got their sizes maybe before they land, and they shopped, you know, options according to the script, according to the director's vision. Because may I add, the designer doesn't have full control of everything. They just can't put an actor in a gown and expect it to go straight to camera. No, there's producers involved. There's directors that have to see it too. So basically, once they do that fitting, the designer takes pictures and she takes it to the director and the producers, and they normally are of the studio. You know that the studio is the people with the money, okay?
Right.
So they like, no, we paying for this. We want to see what you got. We hired you. We want to see. So the designer does not have full control. I will say that, but they do have to bring the options. So once that happens, they make like a board of all the scenes. They'll be like, this is the kitchen scene, this is the fight scene, this is the scene where the house is going to blow up, this is the scene, and this is what I have in mind for each particular person. The director, the producers, the people with the money at the studio, they say, oh, we love that. Oh, we don't love that. Oh, I was thinking more gray. Oh, I was thinking more black. Oh, that's too happy for that. No, she doesn't look good in that. Are you sure? That's not what we were going for when we cast. So they have all these things to say, and the designer tweaks it a little bit. Then once they decide, that's when that trickles down to the truck costumer, who actually gets the clothes, who gives it to the actors, and I basically come in and help give the clothes to the actors. So it's basically broken down by scenes, and then we give the clothes to the actors that was maybe text to us or given, it was delivered, should I say. And then you might get a little picture of that fitting that they had on. But other than that, we don't have meetings. And we don't have meetings, the costumers, but the designer might have had I'm going to show this, you know, it's technology, they just show it. But really, pretty much the clothes get delivered and we break it down from there. But no meetings. A typical day, the clothes are there, you steam them out, you give them to the actor, you go to set, then you wrap out.
And how long is a typical day usually? I know, did you say that your day started this morning at like definitely before
4:42 a.m.
Oh goodness.
4:42.
You had to be there.
I had to be there at 4:42. My extra, because I'm working with the extras again, I had to be there at 5:15 or something. So yeah, we could do days from 12 to 14 hours. But right
Wow.
now, because of COVID and everybody wearing masks the whole day, they don't want people so stressed and tired. Now they're budgeting for 10 hours.
Okay.
10 hours. So now we pretty much do 10-hour shoots. But guess what they did? They take away our lunch breaks.
Oh no.
So now we don't get lunch breaks because they got to shoot shorter time. So they took away our lunch breaks. We only had 30 minutes anyway, but they took away our lunch breaks. But the best thing about everything is you get paid for everything.
Well, that's
so if
good.
they're going to take away our lunch breaks, you got to pay us more to
for
not
that
have a lunch.
hour. Yeah.
But that's a typical, so now with COVID, I got to work at 4:42 and I probably leave around 6 p.m.
Okay. That's a little better, but still, I won't complain about my work day. And
No.
So with this, and I know that you said you've been doing this for 11 years, which, man,
11 years.
it seems like just yesterday. We're getting old.
I know. I can't even believe it. I was like, I don't want to be the person on set saying, I've been doing this for 20 years. I know what I'm talking about. So I never say it. Y'all know those people you work with and they always want to say, I've been doing this for 20 years. Well, you need to retire and find something else to do because you're getting old and washed up. I don't want to be that person, Neely. I don't. And somehow I'm getting real close.
Oh no.
I'm getting up there with the newbies and I'm like, dang, like, okay, what is the end goal for me? Because yes, 11 years. I could tell y'all my first movie was Lottery Ticket with Ice Cube
I do
and Bow
remember
Wow.
that. Yep.
That was my very first movie on set. And I still couldn't believe I was on a movie set then. And I don't know. It's just one job came after another job, and then here I am with a full crazy resume and 11 years of work.
So did you, and someone had asked, Christine asked, if you ever get starstruck. Has there been anybody that you've worked with that you were starstruck over?
So let me tell y'all, the biggest person you can work with and probably get nervous is probably like Oprah.
Yeah, so I remember that. And I was like, man, I need to come visit you.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm about to work with Oprah tomorrow, like, and then like the next day, like me and Oprah about to work for like a whole month.
And that was on the Henrietta Lacks movie, right?
Henrietta Lacks. So I think that, of course, maybe the biggest, or should I just say the richest or the biggest person I probably ever worked with was Oprah. And I don't know, you start out kind of, I don't like to expect too much because you get let down when you expect too much. Like, I haven't gotten starstruck. I was just like, okay, but when I got to talking to her, and the first thing to me is always, I'm like, Shavon, be professional. Until you learn them, you have to start off with strict protocol, be professional. Here's your clothes. Would you like anything else? I have these options for you. How can I help you feel comfortable? Start off very professional, right? And then as the week goes, she started to say, girl, like, you know what I mean? And you like, girl, and then, so then it turns into okay, we all in this together. You know what I mean? We all just here and we ready to go home and we gonna get this job done. So it turns into that. But Oprah ended up being like, I kept calling my auntie. Like, aww. She was like auntie. Like, she was like, one day I remember she told me, like, you gonna wear them shorts that short? And I'm like, yeah, like, what's up? Like I said, not your style, so she just reminded me, and then she gave me her diamond earrings one time to hold. And I'm like, Oprah.
Oh, I thought she gave them to you to keep.
Yeah, I'm like, these earrings are worth my whole life. If I lose them, I don't know how to pay. What I'm gonna give you. I don't know what to give you. I would probably give you my firstborn because I can't afford. But they give you stuff to hold. They get real comfortable. She'd give me, and I'm like, I'm holding Oprah's cell phone right now, or I'm holding her. They get really trusting with you, but I always know how to put them in a safe place and how to just you know, be professional. That's just, but I get starstruck a little bit, but not really.
Yeah. So
they should be getting starstruck over me.
Oh. So, and Keisha asked a really good question, because you had mentioned, you know, you've been doing this for some time. What is your end game? What do you think is going to be next? And I guess just even telling us, as you tell kind of like your whole journey into this, right? How did you get into it? Yeah, where do you see yourself going?
Okay, so I got into it because I was friends with one of the Real Housewives, Sheree Whitfield of Atlanta, Housewives of Atlanta. Sheree, her and I were good friends, and then she was just so swamped with like her whole life. This was when reality was like really big when she first started.
Well, actually, before that, right? We're gonna go back because you actually started on TV yourself.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was that. I thought I wanted to be an actress, but that didn't last long. I can't remember. I can't even remember my first name and stuff sometimes. I can't remember all them lines. And I was just like, yeah, this ain't for me. This is too much. It's hard being an actor. Like those lines and those emotions that go with it. I was like, yeah, no. So I did a reality show, yeah. And by me doing a reality show, I had reality show friends, because then I became a part of that crew. Okay. And then my reality show friends, I was like, I don't want to be in the limelight no more. Let me take a step back. And I became her assistant. And then I was like, this assistant stuff ain't really for me either. Like, and she told me one time, you need to be getting up before me. And I was like, really? And I was just like, so I didn't want to be her assistant no more. Right. But I did travel with her to Fashion Week in New York one year. Right. And I got,
before you go, we did have a question what you were on. Oh, and Keisha answered it. Yep, that you were in College Hill. We had
Yep, College Hill, Atlanta. Now College Hill anyway was one of the first reality shows after Real World. Okay. So yeah, I earned my stripes there. That's throwback for real. I wish we got paid what these reality people got paid now, but you didn't. But yeah, so College Hill was one of the first. College people know that was like one of the first ones too. Yeah, so started there. Sheree went to New York Fashion Week. I met all her contacts because people came out to see her clothing line that wasn't good or whatever. But I was like, shoot, I'm here to meet everybody. So then I came back home. I emailed all her contacts, and I was like, I can come back to New York at any time, you know. And then somebody hit me back and was like, I got a friend that's shooting a movie in Atlanta. And I was like, what? They was like, yeah. And I was like, only music videos and stuff come to Atlanta, no movies. And then they was like, no, hit her up. So I hit the lady up, and she told her supervisor to hire me as like a production assistant to learn. And I was like, I'll just intern. Y'all don't have to pay me anything. And they was like, we got to pay you. So that's kind of how I got into the business. That was my first movie, Lottery
Ticket. What movie? Oh, that was Lottery Ticket. Okay.
That was Lottery Ticket. And then after that, I just kept on. So now where I am, people always ask me, do you want it? Like the head of my department is the designer, like I mentioned before. Where Ruth's position is. People always say, so do you want to design, or do you want to supervise, or, you know, what do you want to do next? I'm like, no, I just want to get paid more for what I do. And it's actually taken me 11 years to get paid more for what I like to do. My thing is costuming, because the designers don't get the relationships with the actors. The supervisors don't get the relationship with the actors. I'm hands-on daily with the actors. And I love those relationships that I built with all of them. From Queen Latifah to Nia Long to Oprah to Tasha Smith to Keke Palmer to, I don't know, I could keep going on.
We also
the
have
late
to
Chad,
say also Betty White.
Betty White, I work with Betty White. They can all say, yes, I know Shavon. You know what I mean? Shavon, yeah, that little girl, that little skinny girl, yeah. They can all say, I know Shavon. So I guess what I would say is my end goal is I want to get paid more for what I do. But not only that, I think I want to just be more exclusive to one actor that works. So like, say if I got with Jamie Foxx or somebody, or Will Smith, that goes all over the world, I just want to go, and I want to be exclusive to one actor.
To have that.
That's like maybe the goal that I've been trying to reach. Because I always do like 1 or 2 shows with a lot of these people and really never hear from them again, which is fine because I work. But to get a little bit, I don't want to say comfortable, but to just get a little bit more. And those people, like personal costumers, they make good money. So I kind of want to be there. But it's hard to, like, I've dealt with so much because of my skin color. It's hard. It's really hard. They always choose, you know, the other side first before they choose the little black girl. So sometimes that's hard. Y'all, I just had to deal with so much. So
yeah,
mainly that's where I want to be, as a personal costumer, I guess, to a working actor.
Well, and Keisha said, name it and claim it. So
name it and claim it. You're right.
It's gonna be next.
You're right.
So, yeah, so I'm looking at what I have. So all of the movies that you've worked on, what has been your favorite?
So my favorite, so I just got a recent favorite, but my first favorite, I'll tell y'all, was 42. With the late Chad. That was my favorite movie, only because I enjoyed the period. I enjoyed just the whole Jackie Robinson, the baseball era, the segregation of it all. I enjoyed that movie. Oh, and then I got to work with Nicole Bihari. She was cool. And just the challenges of shooting in the heat. I mean, we had such a good time on that movie. So that was my favorite movie until just recently when I did Respect with Jennifer Hudson.
Okay. And tell us, what is that movie? For those that
So
know.
Jennifer Hudson plays Aretha Franklin.
Yay!
So I'm sure you guys heard about that. Of course, that's blowing up in you know, right now. The promos are starting to come out. She plays Aretha Franklin, and that comes out in August, I want to say.
Okay.
And I got to dress her.
Yay!
I was hired to dress Aretha Franklin for a Respect movie. And she had over 60 costume changes. Now, typically an actor may have maybe 10, maybe 12, but no, y'all know Aretha had them clothes. So Jennifer had to wear some stuff. And I worked with a theater designer who was very talented. Oh my God, he brought the clothes, y'all. He duplicated a lot of Aretha's looks, but he also made a bunch of his own. And I just got to dress her, and just to be at a Jennifer Hudson concert, going to work every day.
That's not about to be like, does she sing all the time?
She sang every day, was a concert. She sang Aretha's songs. She sang her own songs in her trailer. I mean, we just had a ball. So, and she's just such a pleasure. Like, we rocked it out. And yep. So that was special. And I got hired for that at the last minute. Like, they just threw me in because of my resume, and they needed somebody. And sometimes those type of projects happen, and it was cool. So that's my most favorite recent project, was Jennifer Hudson and Aretha.
Yeah. So, and what was your most challenging one? Although I know, like, even I can think of challenges in different ways. Like, I know when you worked on the Fast and Furious movie, that was really challenging, right? Because everything was shut down. And so
so one thing about these movie sets that I do enjoy, they take you to places you would never go, right? I mean, I done been in underground tunnels. I done been at warehouses. I done been at aviation centers. I done been at somebody's big mansion. I done been so many places that I would never go. So that's the exciting thing about shooting movies, is you never know where you're gonna go. So anyway, Fast and Furious, we were up on a mountain in Colorado doing stunts, like driving cars fast. They were doing that. And I got to dress a bunch of stunt guys. By the way, stunt people are the real movie makers. They should have an award show for stunt people because
yeah,
they do the work. Y'all hear me? So that was the most like crazy thing because that was challenging because of the location.
Okay.
Now locations are hard because we were in the snow. It was like 7 degrees and we were up on a ski resort and then we got stuck on the mountain and couldn't get back down. Like that was hard. But my most challenging when it comes to what I do is probably Tyler Perry. Anything that got Tyler Perry name on it, you gonna work. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna work. So my most challenge. So I worked for Tyler Perry for a lot of my career. I worked for Tyler Perry maybe for a good 8 years on and off in between these 11 years, and he's basically the boot camp. Like if you want to learn how to do what I do, you got to go to boot camp first, and that's at Tyler Perry.
Mm-hmm.
So my most challenging Tyler Perry job, I mean, they all was hard, but my most challenging was Acrimony. If anybody's seen Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson,
Mm-hmm.
whew, that was hard. That was a lot of work. And only because Taraji had 5 days to shoot the movie. Well, Tyler Perry shoots a movie in 5 days anyway, so y'all can already imagine how everybody's running.
Well, he has such a serious work ethic, right? He's always working. That's why I was like, you should try and get me. And I was like, nah, I want to work there. I want to sleep.
You want to sleep, sis. Like, he works you to, like, Tyler Perry ain't who he is by just sleeping or just relaxing. No, that man works. And you be like, well, Oprah works a lot too, but Tyler Perry, like, aren't you rich enough? Like, can we just take a break? No.
Just go on vacation.
My hardest Tyler Perry job was Acrimony because not only that, but we had to shoot Taraji on a ship that Tyler Perry had built because he don't go nowhere. He shoot everything like basically in his backyard of his studio. He made a ship. He had them built. See what I'm saying? The man works everybody. He like Tyler Perry, why we just can't go to a yacht? No. He said, I'm gonna build a yacht and y'all gonna work on it. So he built the yacht, he built the water under it, he built the screen around it. And yes, I had to chase after Taraji for almost 10 hours in a wedding gown, wet on a ship. And that was the hardest thing about that Acrimony movie was she was in a wedding gown with a long train. It was slippery. I had to keep her from sliding. I'm sliding. She got to be wet. She freezing cold. I'm hot because I got on a million things. Yeah, it was challenging, but we got through it and people loved Acrimony, but that was my most challenging one.
Yeah. And so I guess that helps too, right? That helps us. The next time you watch this movie, now you can, and you see those scenes, you know what went into that. And
yeah, it was hard. That yacht and her running around, that wedding gown. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot.
It makes me
blood had to get into it.
Oh no. I was gonna say it makes me think of I know we were talking about coming to America and you were saying some of the things like that, like specifically when we watch the scenes with James Earl Jones, right? Can you So what's the secret behind that?
Okay, so James Earl Jones, that's what I was trying to tell Neely yesterday, that people won't know that he didn't come to the movie set. He never came to Atlanta. He was like, I'll be in it, but y'all gonna have to bring the movie to me, right? So they literally gave us the days off here and took the cameraman and the crew. They went to his house. Mm-hmm. And yeah, they shot the movie in his bedroom. I think, yeah, I want to say his bedroom or just a bed in his house. And he literally laid there and was the king and said all his lines from his bed. So y'all gonna see that when y'all watch the movie tomorrow, that he's literally in the bed and he ain't go nowhere. He was like, I'm not getting on a plane. So that was like one of the secrets is that, yeah, he didn't come to Atlanta. He was like, I ain't getting on no plane. So
when we get to actually see inside James Earl Jones' house as well.
Yeah, but of course they build a set and
right.
you know they prop them up with pillows and Yeah, but he was like, I'm not coming to Atlanta. If y'all want me in it, y'all gonna have to come to me. And we were like, I guess they was like, yeah, you need to be in the movie, sir. So
I guess we're coming to you. So is there anything else? I know that it's like you haven't even seen the movie.
I haven't. Nope. I don't even know when I'm gonna watch it, guys. So
don't say that. No. Well, you're
I
working, so we'll excuse that because you're working. But yeah,
I'm working, so I wanted to like see it with friends or something tomorrow night. I have to work tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Currently, I'm on Spider-Man. It just got released, so I guess I could tell y'all that I'm on Spider-Man. I'm making a Spider-Man movie with Marvel.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So we have to do exterior night scenes in the cold for the next 3 days. So I don't get a day off till Monday. So I'll probably watch it. Yeah.
There. So, and tell us some about Spider-Man, because I know you were saying that it's a little different. Because this, I know what you did. So you've done Fast and Furious, and you've done Hunger Game movies. So those are but are those the only action movies? And how does this compare to those?
So this is a superhero. This is my first superhero movie. I've never done this before. So it's been exciting to learn. It's what they call super suits. That's like the actors and the stunt people getting into full-on suits where their hands are like in it, they're zipped up, they got a whole helmet on, and then you got the little Spider-Man eyes that got to be popped in, and then yeah, so there's, and you actually got to give them muscles and all this kind of stuff.
You mean they don't have those naturally?
No, they don't have muscles, girl. It's built, you give them a muscle suit, what we call a muscle suit. So we zip them in, all that stuff. And so my exciting thing is this is my first superhero movie, and they have like all these different superheroes that I get to dress. So they're really sweaty though. That's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, but you can't tell us what any of them are, because I know you said it's real top secret. How is that?
Truth is, I don't even know. They give us code names, but people that know the movie, and I guess the people that gotta be close or whatever know it, but they give me code names, and then they call them something, this and that. And then I've heard words, but yeah, I ain't gonna say it because I gotta go to work for the rest of the
don't tell. We won't.
And,
we want you to keep working.
Yeah,
Sage just lost a tooth, so she needs the tooth fairy to come. So
yes, please. So yeah, but they it's a lot of surprises, and it's gonna be good. Like everybody's like, they making another Spider-Man. I mean, they wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't worth their wow, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be some surprises, and it's gonna be super good, I think. I mean, I know the costumes are killer from what I've seen. I don't see much. We shoot on a lot of blue screen and a lot of green screen, and a lot of stuff happens in post. So basically the editors put all the stuff together. So what we're seeing is just screens, and they're hooked on all these different boards and stuff and faking it. But yeah, it's gonna be good. So yeah, I got to dress some people as Spider-Man, and I dressed a lot of extras on this as well. And when they need my help with the stunties, I come in and dress them as well.
That's exciting. Yay. Well, I just have a few more questions, but before I get to any of those, do we have any audience questions?
Yeah.
If anybody else has more questions, you can pop them in the chat now. And you can pop them in at any time too.
Are you filming in Atlanta?
Yes. For Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yes, I'm filming in Atlanta. I've only been to 3 locations to film, and that was New York, Colorado, and I filmed in LA before. But other than that, all my work has been in Atlanta. Atlanta is just crazy.
Do you know how long the Spider-Man shoot will last?
So we're on day 60 out of 80 or something like that. So this movie shot for like 85 days, and we're on day 60 something.
Wow.
So we're scheduled to wrap at the end of March.
Okay. So do you know what's next for you?
Yes. So, my next job, I got called for a job just recently, but see, I can't even take everything I'm getting called for. That's how busy this
That's
city is.
exciting.
Yeah, and so I'm like, how much money y'all paying? Because I got options out here. Like, I've
Always
been
good to
playing
have
my card.
options. Yes.
Yeah, so I got options. So I be like, who got the best deal? So anyway, my next job starts in April, and I'm going to a movie called Day Shift with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that's exciting. Yay.
Yes, so I'll be on set with Jamie Foxx for my next.
And when is that? That's in, you said it starts
in April. Jamie Foxx is playing a vampire.
Okay, so that starts in April, and I will have had my vaccination complete by then, and so I can get a flight and come hang out with you.
You sure can anytime.
But and that does speak to, so how has it been? I mean, it's great to see that you've gotten, yes, and Emmanuel wants to come too. So she's going to get her vaccine, and we're going to fly to Atlanta and come stay with you.
Come on,
But how has it been? So it's surprising that you're saying that you're getting all of these calls and everything, right? With COVID and everything going on, how has that been working in this new normal?
Right. So it's been interesting. Of course you gotta wear masks, you gotta wear all your PPE. At first they wanted us to wear like these full-on gowns and gloves and a shield over the mask and all this stuff. And it was just like, guys, like we can't work like that. Like, so they kind of got a little, we still have to wear N95s, of course, and we have to wear shields when we're around the actors, because you know they protecting the actors, because that's their money maker. You know, not that they're not protecting us, but you better not come around our actors like that. So anyway, you got to do all this stuff coming around the actors. And then the good thing about it is we don't shoot as long. There are restrictions on that, like so they can't hold us. Yeah, they can't hold us there all day right now. That's the good thing. But I do get tested for COVID 3 times a week. I get tested every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. 3 times a week. There's some people that get tested every day, and there's some people that get tested 2 days a week. So they kind of want us, of course, distancing. Like we don't have cafeterias we used to eat in no more. We don't have we have like attendance at our crafties. Like we don't put our hands in coolers after one another. So like it's a lot of different protocols that we are getting used to. But everybody wants to work, so here we are.
Yeah, well, and it's good that you're able to work. And now Christine said that if you ever find yourself doing a movie with The Rock or with Jason Momoa, to let us know, so that she's going to be. So what we're going to do is put your address in the chat. So
right. Okay.
So everybody will just show. But to be fair, we'll do a trade-off, right? So if you show up in Atlanta to see the stars, I know that you could use some free babysitting. So you'll have to provide daycare for a little bit.
For sure. That will be the trade-off, because I struggle, and that's another thing. This business is not easy. It's exhausting, it's draining, it's emotionally draining. And not only that, I have a 5-year-old and I'm a single mom. And sometimes I have to be at work before school even opens.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but my daughter, and they don't, and I try not to be that person that's always saying, but my daughter, but my daughter, but my daughter, you know, so I always try to find a way to work through everything. It drains me a lot. Like some days I'm like, I can't go on. I can't do this no more because she needs me, but I need my job. But she loves this house we live in. She loves, you know. So of course I gotta go to work. This is my job. This is my life. Like, don't tell me to get another profession. I can't right now, you know. So anyway, I pay a lot of people, but I do live in Atlanta where all my family is. And so my family helps me a lot. My parents are retired, and so they help me. she may not always want to go with grandma and grandpa, but she goes.
Mhm.
So that's the main thing is I'm like, can I pick her up? Can she come on Wednesday? Can she come on Friday? I try to divide the time, but she's a trooper though. She's a trooper. She's rolled with the punches right with mommy. Like
Yeah.
she be hustling with me.
So does she know, does she understand what you do with your job?
She understand. I don't know. Sage, what does mommy do at work? She only knows Tyler Perry Studio.
Oh.
But what do I do at work? She said I do a movie. Okay. Yeah. I try to tell her that I dress people, and sometimes she gets it. Not really. She wants to come though because they make her yummy pancakes. Like before COVID, I would take her to work with me. And she would meet a lot of people with me, and the catering guys would always make her pancakes and
Aww.
Special little stuff. So she loves mommy's job because there's tons of stuff to eat there.
Yeah, that's important. This sounds like I'd love mommy's job too.
She loves it. That's why, because all the snacks, she don't care about celebrities, of course, but she's just like, what y'all got for me? I want food. Yes. And they always fixing her stuff. So she loves that part.
Yeah, they don't care at this age unless you're a cartoon character. I was FaceTiming with Kinsley the other day, and she doesn't care about seeing us. It was only when I did like one of the little like cartoon faces and I made myself a giraffe. All of a sudden she stopped and she started smiling and laughing.
Yeah.
But then I was asking myself and it was like, I'm going to go play now. I don't care.
Yeah, so that's me all the time. I'm never excited. And I'm like, and I always feel guilty because I'm away from her so much. But when I'm around too, when I get home, I don't have any energy for my child. So that's just something we battle. And then the weekends, I don't get no rest. So it's just like, you just got to roll with it. Like, what can you do? They need you,
It can be challenging. So what advice would you give? What advice would you give somebody that was trying to get into the business?
What advice would I give somebody? It starts by networking, and it starts by wanting to just having the motivation to learn. Like everybody doesn't start at where I'm at. You know what I mean? That's not how you start. That's not how you get good. The advice I would give is to be humble, because I've had to do some stuff like as far as like making people breakfast orders every day, making coffee every day, I had to do a lot of, kissing up to people. I ain't gonna lie, to get where I am. So it's like being humble and being eager to learn would be the best advice. And just networking. I mean, always reaching back out to people you work with or people you met, and reaching back out and saying, hey, I'm interested in this. And just always speaking up is the advice I would give. It's not about, like I said, people always think I'm a stylist. I'm not a stylist. I mean, of course I dress, presentable, but I'm not the creative here. I'm not the creative. It doesn't matter how much you know about fashion. It's not about how many designer clothes you know about. It's all about what I do is just, what's the word? Shh, be quiet. Sorry. What I do is just mainly all about it being humble and, serving and offering advice when you're asked. Like I don't get my opinion when I'm in a fitting with a designer. I can't say, "Oh, that's ugly. Oh, that's nah, put that shoe with that." I can't say that. That's unprofessional. My job is to be quiet and help with whatever they say.
But now, have you ever thought that?
Yeah. What? I'm an actress too now, Neely. Remember I told you this.
Yes.
I'm an actress too. I have to, even when I don't, like there's been times where an actor didn't like something that my designer put me in, and they see me and they like, well, Shavon, you're young, you're hip. I mean, what do you think about this? But my job is to ride with my designer. And not only that, I have to ride with production because they're in my ear telling me they need you to come to set. Right. I don't have time to tell you that's ugly, because now if I tell you that's ugly, you got to go change, and that looks bad on me. now everybody's mad because I made you late. You know what I mean? So I have to, be like, it's interesting. I think it works for the character. You gotta say it works for the character.
Okay.
You're not here to be yourself, let's try to put on this up under it, or maybe but I think it looks great. So I'm an actress too now, because I have to ride with the person that hired me, because y'all gonna leave here and not call me back ever again. So I got to ride with that person.
You gotta go with that.
That's pretty.
And Christine,
that's pretty much.
Doesn't sound like the job for Christine.
Yeah, no, Christine. Yeah, you can't be honest. I done seen some horrible stuff now. But yeah, that's what I always say. Like, I'm no stylist, but I know when some stuff looks bad, and I know when some stuff looks great. And I could be like, oh my God. Now, I've seen some amazing designs. So it takes a lot to impress me. But, oh, child, I done seen some people busting out some stuff, and they need to change. And I just try
You're just like, that's great. Yeah.
Just let's go. Let's see what everybody else thinks.
Or like you said, it fits your character. Right. Great. Well, this has been really good. Is there anything else you can tell us that we should be looking for when we all tune in to Coming to America? Probably tomorrow, right? Most of us will be watching it tomorrow, this weekend.
Of course, I'm gonna tell you to be watching out for the costumes.
Yes.
I mean, we killed it. We killed it. As far as what else to watch, what's some funny moments? Okay, my favorite actor on Coming to America is not one of the original Coming to America characters. My favorite character on this too is Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
That's who y'all should look out for. This movie, Coming to America, really got some hype when they added Wesley Snipes to this thing. This man is a fool. Y'all hear me? A fool. Wesley Snipes, to me, brings the funny. Like, we could not stop laughing at him.
Really?
And, of course, what else y'all need to look for? Tiana Taylor in that body, okay? Tiana Taylor is just as breathtaking with that body. That was one of my favorite moments too. Other than that, like, Tiana is fine and Wesley Snipes is hilarious.
And then you told me too, so there are a lot of original actors. I know that you were saying, right, they kind of had to put together like an investigation unit, try to track it.
So the director was telling us one day, he was like, in order to get this movie together, of course, he wanted the twins. He wanted a lot of people from the original. And he was telling the studio, this will only be great if we bring people that they like, where are they now? You know what I mean? So they had to like put out private investigators to find these people. Like, anything in this world can be bought. Like, I'm convinced. Anything, if you got some money, you can go get it. And so they basically paid private investigators, like, who knows where these twins are? That was back in 1988. We need to go find these twins in 2020 because they need to be in this movie. And they found them. They would, I guess, I don't know, get some type of leads to the people. And then, so some of the actors said, yeah, I can't wait. I've been waiting on this. Some actors said, what? You want me to do what? I'm not. Oh, you insulted me. I wouldn't dare come back to do Coming to America. So some actors definitely turned it down, I will say. But they found a lot of people. So you're going to have some good surprises.
And I know Christine said John Amos was her favorite.
Oh, yeah. He was sweet. Oh, he was
in this one. And so, Keisha, are you saying that Shavon and I favor each other? Or who? Let's see what she says.
Hi, Keisha.
I don't know if she's typing that. But
we should favor each other. We're first cousins.
Yes. I don't know if she's talking about us, but I'll take it as that's what she meant.
That's cool.
Yeah. But yeah, so that sounds exciting. We have a lot. She said the actress you mentioned, not me.
Oh, Tiana Taylor. Everybody says me and Tiana look alike. Everybody. The one with the body. Tiana.
What about me?
Tiana Taylor. Yeah, So after the movie, Tiana hired me to come work on one of her concerts.
Nice.
Okay.
That'll be
And
exciting.
it was exciting, but it was nerve-wracking.
Oh wait, so you've done it already?
I did it back after we wrapped Coming to America in October of 2019.
Okay.
She had a concert. She needed me to help dress her and 20 dancers.
Wow.
And I've never done a live show before, so that was crazy. But yeah, so I worked her concert. I got to change her into little cute outfits, and we had a good time. But and she has style. That girl got some style. So she basically put me on to a lot of brands and to go shop for her concert, and I enjoyed it. Oh, you're on your way to your vision. Thanks, Keisha. I really, y'all pray for me. One thing that I can say COVID did mess up for me, Jennifer Hudson was supposed to do this worldwide tour for Respect.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's not going to happen anymore. But she was like, Shavon, you're going to come on tour with me, right? And help me promote. And I was like, yeah. And of course, it's not happening. But I mean, there'll be other opportunities, but I really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Because, but she know, I mean, just for her to even say that she would want me there, I mean, that girl works. So I should, be working with her again in the future. I would love to.
That's great. And you don't know, she might be your person.
Yeah, that's what I said. But the only thing, I don't know. See, so people don't really have a need sometimes for a costumer and a stylist. She has a full-on stylist that picks out her clothes and all that. Me, I'm the person that, girl, they brought it. Let's put the dress on. Let me zip you up in the back. I might go buy you some bras or something, but that's pretty much me. Or I could tell you, yeah, that look good, or no, help her get that together. But other than that, like, she would be paying double. And, some people kind of don't love to do that.
She can do that, though.
Yeah, she can. But the most special thing about her was, I never really talked to anybody after the movie. Like, of course, I exchanged numbers with, like, some people, because we need to work together and we need to know things ahead of time. Like, they be like, Shavon, I'm halfway in the bed, but I need to know what I'm wearing today. And I'd be like, okay. But I never hear from them once the movie is over. And Jennifer reached out to me soon as they did her promo, when they first released, like, the first visual for Respect. And I knew I wasn't going to text her about how good it looks. I knew 50 million people was texting her about the movie. I was like, I'm not going to be one of them. I'd be damned if I'm going to be a fan, That's me. But she texted me and she was like, Shavon, what are you doing? And I'm like, hey, girl, I just seen you. She was like, no, what did you think about it? And I was like, you care what I think about it? Like,
yeah.
I never talk to actors after, like, when it goes to promo. So for her to, like, consider me, and she was like, no, we're in this together. We made this together. Like, tell me what you think. Like, you've seen it, right? She made sure that I seen it. She made sure that I liked it. She was just, and that meant a lot to me.
Oh. Well, that is great. And I'm going to give you back your time because I know you'll be up super early in the morning. But do we have any final questions or anything before we go? We have little hands coming in.
Just why?
Aww. Is there anything that you want us to know or say? Hi, Sage.
Hi, Sage.
Sage, do you have any words of wisdom to share with us?
What you gotta say? She don't know. We already know you. Oh, you're welcome, Christine. Anytime. I'm glad. This is the first time in 11 years. I should do this more. Thanks, Neely, for pushing me to be a part of this, because I have never done anything like, I never think like what I do is exciting.
But it is.
Or I guess I never think people would be interested, but I need to do this more. So thanks, Neely, for, like, getting me out of my comfort zone.
Definitely. Thanks for joining us.
I got to do this more often.
Yes, and come back to the Verge of Spinsterhood anytime.
Yes,
The group, not the actual Verge of Spinsterhood, but come back.
the group. Okay.
All right. Well, this has been great. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And definitely, we will get the recording up and all that soon, so you can watch it for anybody that missed it. Oh, Keisha's telling me that you should do TikTok.
Oh, God.
And
I don't know how to do
I'll
TikTok.
know. Well, yeah, we'll see about that. But anyway, thank you, everybody that participated and watched. Have a great night. And yep, it's time to put Sage to bed and Shavon to bed so she can wake up and make some more movie magic tomorrow.
Yes, so I have to be at work at 1 o'clock tomorrow, so you already know what time
Yeah,
I'm
and I
off.
get off school.
But yes, thank y'all for coming, and y'all have a great evening. Coming to America, I would love to hear it. Lily, can you post like a discussion board once the movie airs so we can talk about it?
Yeah, definitely. So we can do that in this group too, so we can talk about it, and you can leave any comments or anything that you have for Shavon. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fun. After, let's talk about it, guys.
Yeah.